Hello, I've been doing my genealogy for a number of years on and off, and today I kind of really hit a jackpot, I think. I have been able to go back 21 generations through my grandfather, my maternal grandfather, Ray Marcus Hughes. So I'm going to show you that lineage now. So you'll see there Ray Marcus Hughes and my grandmother Ursie Pullen, who was my mother's parents. Their parents were Albert Hughes and Mary Jane Ritchie. At any time you could hit click and stop the video if you want to get any of this information. Then we go to Charles Hughes and Sarah Brown. Then we move on to Edward Hughes and Elizabeth Brown. Then we move to John Hughes and Rachel Todd. Then we move to Lancelot Todd Jr. and Rachel Todd. Then we move to Lancelot Todd Sr. and Rachel Warfield. And then we move to John Todd and Catherine Smith. And at this same point, then we move to Lancelot Todd. But if you look down, we also have a Captain Richard Warfield, which is off that earlier generation. But we're going to continue to follow the Todds. Then we go to a Captain Thomas Todd and Anne Gorsuch. Then we go to a Jeffrey Todd and Price, Margaret. Then we go to William G. Todd and Mary Knight. Then we go to Sir William Todd II and Margaret Stapleton. Then we go to William Todd I and Mary Lundine, or Lundine, I'm not sure how they pronounce it. Then we go to George Todd and Elspeth Mason. Then we go to Andrew Mason and Jean Baxter. Then we go to Richard L. Mason and Johanna Short. And then here's where we start getting into some interesting information. At this point, we move to Richard Mason, and you'll notice that there's a shield there, so I'm not sure at this point what they were or anything with his wife Alice Penbridge. Then we go to Richard Mason, who was the Lord of, and I would have to click on that again to see what it was, but I can't really remember, but I can get that information. And his wife, Catherine de Mason, UMN, I have no idea what that is. I'd have to look that up. His father then is Richard L. Mason, who was also a lord. And he was married to Caldingla Mason, so I'm not sure if that's where, I don't know how that goes on into the future. Then our 21st great-grandfather, or mine, and some of my cousins, is John Lee Mason, Lord of also whatever. And if you'll notice, the years of his birth were 1302 and the year of his death was 1385. So at this point, this is the farthest I've been able to go back without doing additional research on the other strings of my family. But I thought this was very interesting. So I will post this on YouTube for you to take a look at. Thanks.